Take a breath, Patriots Nation. Today brings a twist, a spark of hope, and a warning nobody saw coming. Between quiet roster tweaks, backstage discomfort, and a rival's unexpected move, there's a new piece on the chessboard that could change our game plan. There's a hot clue about who needs to hit the gas, who's about to seize an opportunity, and who left the door open. And if I told you the decisive detail is hiding where almost no one looked, you won't believe what we've got today. So sit down, drop a like, and let's get straight to the news, because it's going to surprise you. Starting with the quiet message that says the most about the offense right now, the Patriots brought in 2 wide receivers for workouts while holding an open practice squad spot, Brendan Rice and Raheem Jarrett. After 3 games with sporadic touchdowns from Mac Hollins, Kayshon Boutte, and Demario Douglas, there's been a lack of explosive yardage, consistent separation, and most importantly, a vertical threat that stretches the field and drags defenses out of their comfort zone. The offense has moved in short doses without pushing the deep third, which simplifies defensive reads and compresses windows for our quarterback to work through progressions. The message is direct. The bar just went up, and snaps will be won in the details. Rice, known for using his frame to win at the line, track the ball downfield on go-fade concepts and finish above the rim, arrives with big program pedigree and a chance to translate it into real long route impact. Jarrett, explosive off the line and dangerous on slant over concepts, offers immediate yak and can turn checkdowns into long runs, exactly the jolt that loosens the box and forces safeties to back off. If either becomes a reliable target on 3rd and medium or punishes press with a clean release, the playbook gains the missing floor. Picture the domino effect. Defenses can't overload the short and intermediate, the run game breathes, and play action regains depth. Meanwhile, the practice squad already features 2 summer WRs ready to accelerate the competition, John Giles and Jeremiah Webb. Giles brings physicality at the catch point and route discipline on dig, curl, slant with timing. Webb offers catch radius and contested catch skill, useful on back shoulders and tight 3rd down situations. The internal read is simple. Whoever delivers repeatable separation between the hashes and still turns short receptions into explosive gains earns priority in the weekly plan. The fan base feels it and demands edge speed, sharp routes, and clean execution. It's not about stacking bodies, it's about finding the piece that turns play calls into fireworks. If the spark doesn't come outside, it could come inside. Rookie tight end Drake Dabney from TCU also worked out and fits what's missing: zone awareness, clean middle field routes, quick turn and go after the catch, and the ability to attack seams when defenses squat on underneath throws. In 12 personnel with pre-snap motion, Dabney can align off the line to threaten hook curl defenders, create space for crossers, and on play action, become the safety valve who turns a short target into a chunk gain. In the red zone, he's a mismatch on stick nods and quick options with body leverage. And it wasn't just skill spots. Offensive lineman Aiden Williams, the lone non-skill workout, has recent Steelers ties and met with New England at the East-West Shrine Bowl. Assigned scouting has tracked him for months. If he sticks, he can stabilize protections, enabling more aggressive play action, and in turn, unlocking double move concepts that need that extra half second in the pocket. Immediate practical impact, a lit-up competition among receivers, added tactical flexibility, and key metrics to watch: deep attempts per game, yards after catch per reception, and 3rd down conversions out of 2 tight end looks. And that's not even the most surprising part of the day, because there's growing discomfort on the perimeter that could push very short-term decisions. The tension point right now comes from where fans least expected: Christian Gonzalez's status. Remember the buzz on draft night? He quickly became a defensive cornerstone. But the conversation now isn't about interceptions, it's about frustration. Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated hinted at a situation that bothers people: no setback, no medical surprise, just delay. Back in July, the expectation was clear: ready for week 1. We're entering week 4, and if he doesn't play, it means he's behind the July timeline, and even behind where they thought he'd be in early September. For a player of his caliber, that kind of noise triggers speculation. And fans feel it. Every time the defense bleeds yards through the air, the sense grows that we're missing our shutdown corner to close one side of the field. It's not just physical health. Breer added a detail that makes any front office uneasy. Gonzalez may be overly cautious about returning, thinking about not risking his chance at a contract extension. Remember, by rule, the Patriots can only discuss an extension after his 3rd season. That math is tricky. For the team, he's a franchise piece. For the player, any aggravation could cost millions. Between them, what's left is impatience. From fans who demand his return, from the team which needs stability, and even from teammates who lose a defensive anchor. At practice, Gonzalez has been on the field for 2 weeks. That creates 2 possible reads. The optimistic one: he's simply calibrating intensity and could be tested against the Panthers in week 4. If that happens, the noise evaporates. The defense regains retains its ideal structure, and the narrative shifts to it was precaution. The pessimistic one, if the medical staff holds him another week, those frustration rumors will escalate. Because without him, the whole defensive geometry changes. Safeties must cover more ground, the front must generate pressure faster, and any mistake opens big plays that kill the team's rhythm. The strategic analysis is straightforward. A healthy Gonzalez doesn't just fill a starting spot, he changes the field's geometry. He permits more aggressive blitzes, frees linebackers to play downhill, and most importantly, gives security to protect the middle without overloading. Without him, Bill O'Brien has to compensate on offense, lengthening drives to protect the defense. Fan reactions already show a split. Many understand the importance of preserving the athlete, but others reject the idea that future contract talk interferes with the present. If this isn't solved soon, it can cast a shadow over a locker room already juggling injuries and constant adjustments. So here's the provocation. If Gonzalez is truly pacing his return for business reasons, should the front office apply more pressure, or is the right path to give space and avoid collision? One thing is certain, this is the kind of rumor that can become a storm in Foxborough. And if you thought the drama stopped here, brace yourself, because there's a defensive shuffle coming that could shake depth even more. The silent dance on the practice squad added a new chapter and rattled a lot of close watchers in Foxborough. Corey Ballentine, a 7-year NFL veteran, was released, and in his place came Tyrone Herring, a rookie who passed through the Packers after leaving Delaware. It's the kind of move that looks low-key on paper but carries layers of meaning about how the front office views the present and very near future. Ballentine wasn't just a name. He'd already been called up to the active roster in Week 1 against the Raiders and helped on special teams. Cutting him despite that experience signals the staff isn't just looking at the now, but trying to plug in raw talent with a chance to develop fast. Herring arrives with ideal size and length for the position, plus 21 tackles, 15 passes defended, and 5 interceptions in college. Scouting notes him as a zone reader with clean click and close and a nose for the ball. That matches the defensive DNA fans demand. System discipline with the ability to swing momentum on the final touch. Let's be honest, this team has bled in the details. Missed tackles, soft zone landmarks, and third down leaks, and betting on an athletic profile that can be molded quickly may be the attempt to fix issues before they calcify. For Ballentine, the exit has déjà vu written all over it. Giants, Jets, Lions, Packers, that brief Colts stint, always hovering on the edge between useful and expendable. For the Patriots, keeping a vet brings security, but carving space for a rookie says the margin for error is shrinking. The engaged fan base debates, is it worth risking experience for ups? Many argue that for a team trying to refresh its identity, it makes sense to give snaps to someone who could become a piece in the medium term. Others complain that ditching stability in a 1-2 start could be costly in detail-decided games. Context makes it more dramatic. We saw basic errors against Pittsburgh, turnovers, zone busts, and trouble-sustaining drives. The front office knows that without cleaning fundamentals, the season could sink early. Hence the bet, Herring may be more moldable, able to absorb the defensive philosophy and bring fresh competition to push veterans. And don't ignore another detail. Linebacker Mark Robinson was plucked by the Jets from the Patriots practice squad recently. That loss forced the staff to recalibrate defensive depth, raising the urgency to secure young players ready for elevation. The strategy is clear. The practice squad isn't just a reserve bank, it's a thermometer for where the franchise intends to go. If these choices hit, the defense can gain structure, energy, and more aggression in critical moments. If they miss, the weight will fall on those who chose to trade security for projection. And that's not even the most explosive bit, because the next move involves the rival's direct punch to our depth, the one that left a sting that's hard to ignore. It was the punch no one expected. The Jets, the division rival who loves to poke New England, knocked on the door and signed Mark Robinson straight off the Patriots practice squad. And it wasn't just any loss. Robinson had already been on the field the first 3 weeks, stacking special teams snaps and making 3 tackles. Translation, he was integrated, adapted to the system, and trending up. Watching the linebacker cross the border and suit up in green is the kind of moment that hits fan pride. After all, the front office had a 53-man roster spot open and could have kept him. Why not? Here's where the strategic read matters. Per ESPN's Mike Rice, the logic was simple. With Jelani Tavai close to returning from injured reserve and other elevation options in the pipeline, the staff opted to keep the roster spot open. It's the classic flexibility bet, but the price is steep when a rival swoops in and grabs someone gaining traction. Fans see it as a misstep, a young, inexpensive, scheme-acclimated player slipping away to strengthen a direct opponent. Worse, an opponent dealing with a linebacker injury crunch who needed exactly that piece. a 2022 seventh-rounder of the Steelers, Robinson heads to New York with a chance to play right away. That can sting twice. First, because the Patriots lose a contributor on special teams, an area that used to be a Belichick hallmark and now wobbles in the details. Second, because if Robinson pops for the Jets, the front office slip-up narrative will explode in Foxborough. It's the kind of decision that goes unnoticed if nothing happens, but blows up if it backfires, becoming headline, talking point, and fuel for heavy criticism. From a locker room standpoint, the message matters too. Players notice when a teammate fights his way up, helps on Sundays, and still doesn't get the chance to lock down a spot. That creates noise. Is it worth killing yourself in practice if the front office won't shut the door on a rival? That kind of detail erodes trust unless countered with clear communication. For fans, the dilemma is set. Trust Tavai's return and other pieces, or hammer the front office for not locking down depth. Many are already pointing out the team feels undecided between prioritizing development or immediate results, and that indecision costs valuable assets. The impact may be bigger than it looks, because linebacker is a volume, rotation, and special teams discipline position, and the rival just gained exactly that. This is the kind of move that tests patience, faith, and trust. And if you think the air is already heavy, get ready. Everything we covered today points to a season where every detail might be decisive. The big question is whether the front office learns from this message, or whether we'll see more talent slip away to reinforce opponents. Take a breath, Patriots Nation. Today's message is clear. A heated competition on offense, pressure on the perimeter, and hard lessons about roster management. If the new faces deliver juice, if Gonzalez returns at the right time, and if the staff tightens the defensive core, New England flips the switch before September is out. If not, every slip becomes rival ammo and fuel for doubt. I want to hear from you. Hold steady and bet on development, or demand aggressive moves now. Drop your thoughts in the comments, leave a like, share with your Patriots family, and let's go. The season is still wide open.